morning. This is another beautiful Monday morning, and I'm transmitting live from Oyo State Ministry of Information, Culture and Radio, Information, Culture and Tourism. This is Aloore Radio, and we're transmitting here this morning because it's that Monday morning where I come together and we speak and discuss and talk about you and your mental health. My name is Oyedika Deleke, and I'm here this morning again as usual to ginger you to set yours aside to ensure that you're ready for the week. Your mental health is very important when it comes to your mental well-being, your physical well-being, your emotional well-being, even your financial well-being. And that's why we dedicate this Monday morning to cross the T's and dot the I's to ensure that you're doing well and you're stable so that you can be more productive for the day. All right, this morning, as I go on in the show, I want to ask you a very serious question. Well, would I say it's serious, but it's a very important question. It's something that we ask ourselves and we just answer it casually. It's more of a rhetorical question, but this morning I want real answers. And you'll be answering yourself, you'll be answering the question to yourself. I might not be able to hear you, but I want you to answer genuinely so that we can help you see where you are and how you can be better. So the question is, how are you? I'm sure some people know already that's what I'm going to ask. How are you? How are you feeling? What's going on with you? How was the holiday? I'm sure it helped you to rest well, to think, to you were able to relax a bit and then relax your nerves and everything. But seriously, how are you? That's a question that we all ask ourselves every day, and we get the normal answer, I'm fine. Not considering or thinking about the question, you just respond, I'm fine. I'm fine meaning I'm doing okay, I'm doing all right, everything is fine. But literally, if we're to ask the question again and we want real answers, and I ask you, how are you, what would you say? You're going to be sincere with yourself. Would you say things like, I'm all right, I'm just there, I'm coping, well, I'm expectant, oh, I'm not feeling too good, I'm not happy, oh, I'm sad, oh, I'm excited, oh, I'm doing well. That answer will determine your mood for the rest of the day. That answer is the correct, genuine answer that you need to ask yourself every time. Even if no one asks you how you are, you need to ask yourself from time to time, how am I? And answer yourself with the real answers. And if your answer is, I'm excited, I'm on top of my day, I'm doing okay, I'm happy, I'm, beautiful, I'm going to be happy, I celebrate you for that. But if your answer is on the contrary, the answer is not like, I'm just there, I'm not feeling too good, I'm not fine, it's not a big deal. It's not like it's a problem, but that just tells you that there's something that needs to be fixed and we need to attend to it. So I want you to stay with me and please don't go anywhere, because today we're going to be addressing issues regarding your mental health. And because it's a new month and we're starting another 6 months, the half of the year, we want to take like an evaluation of the past 6 months. We did it at 3 months and now it's 6 months. Let's do an evaluation. Let's look back at how far we've gone. Let's call ourselves right, and let's also look at the places where we need to work on. Let's look at the things that we've done right and a bit that we've not done up to scale. What are the things that are lacking? What causes it? Why are you there? What slowed you down? What hastened your step? All those things and more we're going to be looking at today on the show.
trendybeats.com.
I don't care for your hate, me no fighting. Me no fighting. Throwing down drums from bungalow out there. I did my penthouse, you can't even reach me, me not frightened. It is not your fight, stand down. I'm not the one, calm down. You know I'm not your problem. You can't be me, why bother? Don't have your time now. Ole mumi bow down. To bambi no farabale. Oboya ko lari mole. Okay. It's okay, let them see. Trouble no they pay me. Kinjaye on a daily. Okay. We go te okay. I just want to hear me. Look. Hey, baby, it's your daddy. My grace, you define. I get it times two. You dey eye me. Let me remind you. No, they try me. But to bury me, go my berry. Yeah. You got my attention. Now, what you gonna do? You the tension, but your legs are kung fu. Okay, cool it down. Cause me no fight it. It's not your fight, stand down. I'm not the one, calm down. You know I'm not your problem. You can't be me, why bother? Don't have your time now. Ole mumi bow down. To bambi no farabale. Oboya ko lari mole. Okay. It's okay, let them see. Trouble no they pay me. Kinjaye on a daily. Okay. We go te okay. I just want to hear me. Look.
Alright, you're welcome back. This is Aloore Radio, transmitting live from Oyo State Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. My name is Orenike Adeleke, and I'm your mental health advocate. I'm that person you're listening to on Monday morning so that your week can be productive, so that you can cross your T's and dot your I's, so that you can ensure that your mental state, your emotional state, financial and physical states are up to speed. I'm that person you're listening to that would help you navigate through the waters and see where exactly the problem is so we can fix it. You can follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio, on YouTube at Aloore Radio. Our website is www.aloreradio.com. So this morning we're having like a media evaluation. We're trying to look at our year from January to June. How was it? What were the things that propelled us to move forward? What were the things that delayed us or slowed us down? You see, because your mental health has a lot to do with your productivity, your lifestyle. It has to do with your business, your career, how well you produce, or you can earn, or you can even get better at what you do. Your mental health has a lot to do with the people around you. It has to do with your productivity at work. It has to do with the way you relate with your friends, your family, your colleagues, your bosses. It's an all-round thing. It's something you should pay a lot of attention to. And that's why it's Monday morning and we're paying attention to your mental health. So I'm going to be asking you a few questions. And I want you to answer these questions genuinely. I asked earlier that, how are you? So we have series of answers. I'm fine. I'm doing okay. I'm not fine. I'm excited. Oh, I'm on top of the world. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm sick. I'm not feeling too well. The one that we need to pay attention to are things like, I don't even know how I'm feeling. I can't really explain it. I can't put my hands on it. Things like that are not a big deal. They're just things to show that you need to pay attention to your mental health, your emotional well-being, so that you can find the problem and fix it. But before we go to what the problems are, can we first attend to people that are excited this morning? You're happy, you're doing so well, you're top of your game. I want to celebrate with you. I want to appreciate you. I want to say kudos to you. You have been able to master it. It's not to say that you don't have challenges or things that you're going through, but because you have decided, or maybe you have been able to tell yourself that it's not a big deal, I'll get over it, and then you have turned into your inner self and you have told yourself, you know what, we'll keep going on, we'll keep making it work. That is the only thing that is making you feel like that. Human wants, like economics says, insatiable. Your emotions, your needs, whatever it is, everything, there would always be demands. But some people have been able to master it to the point where whatever comes your way, you just keep telling yourself, I'll be fine, I'll get better, things are going to get better. So if you're in that category, I want to celebrate you. I'm even going to ask you to buy yourself a drink this maybe today for lunch. Buy yourself something extra to celebrate your win, to celebrate the fact that you have been able to put your hands on it. Even though you might not be able to fix it, you can catch a glimpse of it and you're managing it well. And that is why this morning I am dedicating this time to you to say, well done. You have done well. You have done amazingly well for yourself. And with your energy, you want to help people that need extra help to keep going or to get along. So if you're in that second category, I'll be right back for you. Just hold on.
You they do as them they do. Or got do it thing, you know. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. As you come this life alone, hey. That's so you go live this life alone, no. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lọ́wọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lọ́wọ́, Olúwa ló wà. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́, Olúwa ló wà. He can give and take away, but every day now for give away. Mama say make a day happy, make a day happy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby DJ, oh baby DJ, jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby DJ, oh baby DJ. Hallelujah, baby DJ, oh baby DJ. If you talk, you must do. And when you lie, we know the truth. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. When they say you done the hold up, brother, keep our money low. Don't let anybody know. Now money go give you fix with that. Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lọ́wọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lọ́wọ́, Olúwa ló wà. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ mi lọ́wọ́, Olúwa ló wà. He can give and take away, but every day now for give away. Mama say make a day happy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby DJ, oh baby DJ. Jao, jao, yes, jao, jao. Baby DJ, oh baby DJ. Hallelujah, baby DJ, oh baby DJ.
All right, you're welcome back. This is Aloore Radio, transmitting live from Oyo State Ministry of Information, Culture, and Tourism. This is Oyenike Adeleke, your mental health advocate, and this is your Monday morning show where we address issues relating to you and your mental health. And I keep saying that your mental health has a lot to do with your physical, emotional, financial, academical. It's an all-round thing. It affects every aspect of your life. That's why we're paying attention to your mental health this morning, to ensure that you're on top of your game, to ensure that nothing is going to slow you down this week, nothing is going to stop you from achieving your goals, to ensure that you're on top of your game and you're fixing it where it needs to be fixed. All right, so I said earlier that we're going to be looking at evaluating the media, the past 6 months of the year. How did it go? How was it? What were the things that you were able to achieve? What were the things that you were not able to achieve? What slowed you down? What made you speed up your goals? What are the things that helped you emotionally? What were the things that drained you emotionally? What are those things that you need to pay attention to? What are the ones that you need to let go of so that it doesn't slow you down for the rest of the year? As we're approaching the seventh month, where we're facing the last 6 months of the year, we need to ensure that things are in place so that we can be more productive for the rest of the year. All right, so I addressed the two categories of people. The first category are the people that said, when I asked the question, how are you, they were like, oh, I'm excited, I'm on top of my game, I'm doing well, everything is fantastic, I'm helping myself, God is helping me. Those people are the people that have been able to understand where they are, what the challenges are, and how to fix it. Like we said, it's not like they still don't have issues, but they've been able to master the issue, know where the source is, and begin to address it. And in the meantime, they are not allowing those things to affect them emotionally. They're not allowing those things to stop them from achieving their goals. So we just finished with that category. We celebrated them. And I even told you that you should buy yourself a drink, just give yourself an extra celebration. So for the second category of people that would say that I'm not feeling too good, oh, I was not able to achieve my dreams, oh, I think there was a delay somewhere, oh, I'm not so happy, oh, I'm just down, or even people that would say, I just don't know, I'm just there, I can't even place my hands on it, I'm just, those people, we need your attention. So the first question I'll ask you is, can you put your hands on what the problem is? There are times when you're feeling pain and you don't even know where the pain is coming from. So let me share a story with you. A young man went to a medical doctor and said, doctor, my whole body is paining me. And the doctor was like, wow, that's an emergency. How can your whole body pain you? And the doctor told him, he said, take your thumb, touch your head. He said, I can feel pain. Touch your hands, I can feel pain. Touch your tummy. The guy said, I can feel pain. Touch your leg. He said, I can feel pain. Touch your neck. Everywhere is paining you. And the doctor said, this is an emergency. We need to attend to you immediately. Your whole body is on fire. And the guy said, no, actually it's my thumb that is paining me. So whatever I touch gives me pain. This morning, I want to ask you, is it your thumb that is paining you or the whole body? Because if a part of your life is not doing okay, it's going to affect every other part of your life. Did you hear what I said? If one part of your life is not okay, either your financial life or your emotional, your relationship, your marriage, your child, whatever it is, you would come to realize that it's going to affect every other part of your life. Every other part of you will be affected. So anywhere you touch, there's pain. Anywhere you look at, there's pain. Anything you turn to, you feel pain. And that's why this morning, I want you to ask that question. Ask yourself, what exactly is the problem? Is it your thumb? Because it can't be your whole body. Your whole life cannot be in chaos. There has to be something. There's a source for that problem. What is the source? What exactly is the issue? Where exactly is the pain coming from? Where exactly is the problem coming from? Can we look at it? Because until you can fix the source, you may not be able to fix where the problem is. So this morning, I want to ask you, what exactly is paining you? Is it your emotional, financial? Is it your family? Is it your relationship? Is it your children? Is it your balance? Is it your business? Is it your career? Is it your boss? What exactly is it? Where is the pain coming from? Let me give you some time to think about that, and then I'll be right back.
trendybeats.com.
Stacking up my money, no time for your shit. Money kulapo, I don't care for your hate. Me no fighting. Throwing down drums from bungalow out there. I did my penthouse, you can't even reach me. Me no frightened. It is not your fight, stand down. I'm not the one, calm down. You know I'm not your problem. You can't be me, why bother? Don't have your time now. Ole mumi bow down. To bambino farabale. Oboya ko lari mole. Okay. It's okay, let them see. Trouble no they pay me. Kinjaye on a daily. Okay, okay. We go there, okay. I just want to hear me. Look, look. Hey, baby, it's your daddy. My grace, you define. I get it times two. You dey eye me. Let me remind you. No, they try me. But to bury me, go my berry. Yeah. You got my attention now. What you gonna do? You the tension, but your legs are kung fu. But I cool it down, down. Cause me no fight it. It's not your fight, stand down. I'm not the one, calm down. You know I'm not your problem. You can't be me, why bother? Don't have your time now. Only mumi bow down. To bambi no farabalẹ̀. Aboya ko lari mọ́lẹ̀. Okay. It's okay, let them see. Trouble no they pay me. Kinjaye on a daily. Okay. We go there, okay. I just want to hear me. Look.
All right, you're welcome back. This is Aloore Radio, transmitting live from Oyo State Ministry of Information, Culture, and Tourism. My name is Oyinike Adeleke. I'm your mental health advocate. And this morning, we're talking about evaluating the last half of the year and the past 6 months of the year. We're trying to see how we can manage the resources we have, how you can be yourself, how you can ensure that you meet up with your goals, how you can ensure that you cross your T's and dot your I's, and how you can make sure that your mental health is in place so that you can be more productive for the rest of the year. And then let's look at the past 6 months. Where did you make mistakes? What are the things you did wrong? Where was it that you missed it? How can you adjust those things? How can you put things in place to ensure that some of those things will not repeat themselves? What is that thing that you can put in place to ensure that the mistakes of the past will not slow you down the next 6 months? How can you cross your T's and dot your I's? This morning, we're evaluating the past 6 months and firing up for the next 6 months. So I asked you earlier that what is the problem? For people that couldn't answer the question, how are you, without saying that they have one thing or the other. So I'm saying, let's fix it. Let's find out the source of this problem. Where is it coming from? I'm sure by now you should have been able to answer that question. Is it a family problem? Is it a health problem? Is it a financial problem? Is it your children? Is it your spouse, your fiance, your fiance? Is it a relationship problem? Is it a monetary problem? Do you understand? You need to find out the source of that problem. So having been able to answer that question correctly, the next thing to say is, now that we know the source of this problem, how can we fix it? I'm going to give you one simple way to fix that problem. See, the reason why it is a problem up until now is because if you could handle it yourself, you would have handled it. All right? Let me say that again. The reason why it is still a problem is because you can't handle it on your own. Because if you could have handled this alone, you would have handled it. If you knew exactly what to do, you'd have done it, right? So since you can't do that on your own, the next thing that would say, the next intelligent thing to do is to ask for help. Am I correct? I'm sure you'd agree with me that the next thing to do is to ask for help. So there's a problem, it has to do with your finances, your health, your family problems, your children, your relationship, your marriage. Whatever it is, you need to ask yourself for help. You need to ask people for help, So now that you cannot fix the problem yourself, I'm sure you'd agree with me that there's somebody somewhere that can help you. So there are 3 things that are attached to that. First thing is, why haven't you asked for help? Is it that you feel like people are going to laugh at you, or you feel like they might say no, or you feel like they might not be able to help? Why don't you just ask first? The second thing is, do you think that person, maybe you're feeling like maybe they wouldn't be able to help me. Everybody has one thing or the other. Let me not add my own to other people. Let me not trouble them. That's an assumption. Can you ask first? And then the third thing is, are you ready to even receive that help? See, a lot of times people come up with problems. They discover the problem without a solution, and then they keep wallowing in it. Rather than just sitting down with that problem, can you ask yourself, okay, who can help me? There's somebody somewhere that is willing to help. Guess what? There's somebody somewhere that is willing to connect you with the person that will help you. Can you just drop your ego this morning? Drop your arrogance, your pride. Can you drop the fact that you feel like you're the almighty Shola, you're the almighty Toyin? Oh, you don't need help. You're the person that helps everybody. How can you ask for help? Those things are depriving you of getting help. So this morning, can you just tell yourself that you need help and that you're going to get it? Because if you don't ask, you will not be given. If you don't ask for something, there's no how it can get to you. So can you just ask for that help this morning? Can you say to yourself, I need help and I'm going to ask for help and I will get it? The next thing to ask is, where will I get that help? I'm sure you know that there's somebody that can help. If you think very well, if for once you stop worrying. See, because worry will get you nowhere. So most of us would rather worry than think. Can you stop worrying and start thinking, who is that person that can help me? Maybe you heard about someone that has done it before, someone that's gone through the same thing. Who helped that person? Can you ask, how were you able to get out of this mess? Can you ask that person, okay, what did you do? How did you do it? Learn to ask for help. An average African, I'm not going to say Nigerian, an average black man is having a problem asking for help. I don't know why. Maybe it's our upbringing. Maybe it's because they've told us that asking for help is a sign of weakness. They've lied to us. Can you just go ahead and ask for that help? Can you make a call through? Can you send an SMS? Can you send a message to that person? I need to talk to you. I need to see you. I need help. Everybody knows that the country is in a place where we need to help one another. So it might not exactly be a financial help. It could just be a collaboration. It could be somebody just listening to you or talking to you that will help you get out of this mess. So learn to ask for help. Because if you had asked for help during the first 6 months, you'd have gone past this right now. But you're still dancing around the circle. And you remember, we're trying to evaluate the last 6 months so that we can get the best from the next 6 months. These are part of the issues that we need to address. And let me use this time to also address men. You see, I keep saying this everywhere that I go to. It is not a sign of weakness for a man to ask for help. While you're growing up as a boy, you'll be heard things like, be a man, be strong, men are this. To the point where when it comes to something dangerous, they'll say, go and call the boy. You want to fix a naked wife, go and call the boy. You want to fix a bad place, go and call the man. Oh, you want to fix a broken glass, go and call the man. So they made you feel like, as a man, you have to be strong, you have to be a macho, you cannot show any sign of weakness. And that is killing our men. Up until the point now that you're an adult and you're going through hell and you can't even ask for help because you feel like you should be the problem solver, not the problem asker, or how do I even say? So I want to say to all the men that are listening to me, it's not a crime to ask for help. Let me go a bit deeper. It's not a crime to cry. There's nothing wrong in a man crying. Okay, now listen, I'm not saying go around on the streets and spoiling your mouth and say, no. But I'm saying if you need to cry, something has gotten to you bad, lock yourself up in a restroom, stay back in your room, stay back in your house, cry and be fine. But don't stay crying. Cry and then get up and ask for help. This morning, I am saying to you, help is available. You can ask for that help you require. You can ask for that help you need. You can call that person. You can relate with that boss. You can walk up to that person and say, hey, I need help. I need to talk to you. And guess what? You'll be surprised that you'll get the right answer that you need. Put down your ego. Let go of your pride and go and ask for help.
If you don't get you free money, if you don't get now you sabi, I don't ask. I heard that you're looking for love. Please don't judge. As I wake up this morning, landlord don't call me. My My body don't ring my phone. Say with that thing where you promise me. I know say you no go believe. Them no tell me say na so it dey be. I beg you take me back to days when you be saying I just to play and chop. Hey. I just understand you better get up for you. Better know this. That's to us who make a living to go. Nobody go ask if you know. Nobody go send you. If you no get now you sabi. If you no get now you sabi. You know feel easy your body, oh. But if not them need you, they go come to you, come they give you different. This is super story, oh. Though the story touch me, oh. But I know if you send you money, oh. If I say make a calculate, but in they spend from Monday to Sunday. They make me reminisce on those days. We pocket money, go yakpa for my pillowcase. Now I can send the money, loleo. Everything where I want, I must pay. More bail. I fit to give anything to become a child. I just understand you better get up for your mind. You got to hustle, make a living to process. Nobody go ask if you know. Nobody go send you free. If you don't get now, you sabi. I just understand. I just understand you better get up for your mind. You got to hustle, make a living to process. Nobody go ask if you know. Nobody go send you free. If you don't get now, you sabi. I just understand. Leave me, I won't become a child. Yeah, yeah. I won't become a child. Yeah, yeah. I want to play inside the rain. Oh, cause I don't with NASCAR.
Yeah, this song always gets me every single time. And the last two sentences says, I want to become a child again. I want to play in the rain. What stops you from playing in the rain now, even as an adult? What are the things who is stopping you from playing in the rain? Who is that person that says you can't act like a child once in a while you feel like playing with sand or playing in the rain? Some of those things are actually therapeutic. The times you just want to take a walk in the woods, you just want to watch a cartoon, one of your old time cartoons. You want to watch all those lovely rhymes when you were in primary school. If that's what is required, why not? Just do it and be happy. Let's stop judging ourselves based on what society is saying, because the people that are judging us or setting these rules are doing exactly the opposite, but they won't show you. So don't allow anybody box you in a corner. If you feel like watching your best movie, your cartoon when you were young, please go ahead and do it. If you want to play in the rain, just sit down, get a chair, jump around, do anything you want to do, as long as it makes you happy and it's not detrimental to your environment or your health or to anybody around you. Please enjoy yourself. All right, so you're welcome back. That song actually gets me every single time. Such an amazing song. But you see, one thing that you need to understand about adulthood is like you're responsible for yourself. You are responsible for your actions. You are responsible for the repercussions of your actions. So any decision you make, just be ready to face the consequences, whether good or bad. All right, so let's move on regarding our topic for today. We're talking about how to balance the last 6 months of the year, how to evaluate ourselves. Let's look at the past 6 months, look at how far we've gone, and then the next 6 months, and let's look at how we can balance or iron out the mistakes of the last 6 months so they don't reoccur. And then we need to understand that if it comes to you and your mental health, you need to ensure that your mental health is in place, because it affects every aspect of your life. Emotionally, even your finances are not doing so well because you're not on top of your game. So that's why it's very important to address. All right. So moving on, I asked you, I said, how are you? And for people that were able to answer me, say they're going well, they're fine, on top of their game, despite all odds, I want to celebrate you. But if your answer is on the contrary, I'm not doing so well, I'm not fine, I'm not happy, I just can't place my hands on it, I don't know how I feel, oh, Enike, I'm not doing so well. I asked you, what is the problem? Can you locate the problem? Once you're able to locate that problem, then let's fix it. How do you fix the problem? I asked you, what exactly do you think you need to do? If you were able to fix it, you would have fixed it. So, not being able to fix it means that you cannot fix it alone, which also results to the fact that you need to ask for help. So, this morning, I want to challenge you and I want to implore you, I want to beg you, I want to plead with you that you should please ask for help. Let down your ego, let down your arrogance, let down everything that you think is bothering you, and learn to ask for help. There is help around you. That person you need, that thing you need, somebody has it and they're willing to help. All right. And then once you're able to ask for help, the next thing I want us to look at is this: please don't judge yourself. Did you hear what I said? Stop judging yourself. The reason why you have not been able to move past that thing is because you are still judging yourself. You hear things like, oh, if only I didn't do that. Oh, if only I didn't say that. Oh, if I had not acted that way. Oh, if I didn't do this, blah, 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 blah. But the truth of the matter is, it has happened. It has happened. What do you want to do about it? Something has gone wrong. You made a mistake. You didn't know better. Even if you did, you acted on impulse. You acted without thinking. You did something wrong. It's not a big deal. Can you, for once, stop judging yourself? I've seen people go to the mirror and point the finger to themselves and say, you did this wrong. Oh, you were stupid. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, it's your fault. Yeah, we understand. So it has happened. If we had the powers to reverse the past or to go back in time, a lot of us would have been able to adjust some of the things that we did. You'd have just, the way you rewind a movie or you rewind a song. Back then when we were younger, there's this cassette player that we used to use, and then you can press rewind and then it goes back. If you could pull back the hands of time, there's this song, R. Kelly, that if I can turn back the hands of time, sweetheart, okay, you can't. If you can't pull down or turn back the hands of time, how about we look forward to the future and stop allowing the mistakes of the past to affect the future? This morning, I want to ask you to forgive yourself. I want to beg you to forgive yourself. Can you please forgive yourself? Can you please let go of those errors, of those mistakes, of those things that you think you did, even in the lowest of your moments, in your stupidity? Yes, you made a mistake. Can you stop judging yourself? Because the more you judge yourself, the more you reduce your capacity and ability to move forward. Judging yourself will always slow you down. Judging yourself will always stop you from moving on. This morning, I want to beg of you. I want to ask you to please stop judging yourself. Stop slowing yourself down. Stop whining in your shame. Stop wallowing in your mistakes. It is time to move on. Because even after you have asked for help and that help comes your way, if all you keep saying or keep repeating are the mistakes of the past, there's no way you can move on. This morning, I want to ask you to please forgive yourself.
èèyàn kò gbàgídí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òun dàkúnjẹ ń sinmi ṣe mí jọ́lọ̀ tèmi yàtọ̀ sáwọn nǹkan kàmí sọ́tọ̀ ọjọ́bọ̀jọ́bọ̀ ẹgbà lọ́kọ̀lọ́kọ̀ tó bá fọ́kọ̀ say tonight for the club we go turn up everybody ready for the gbọ̀ngàn ìdí gbọ̀ngàn. gbàgbé òṣì àwa nìkan ní kò sóṣì I no go let anyone control anything I want to I go do. gbàgbé òṣì àwa nìkan ní kò sóṣì I no go let anyone control anything I want to I go do.
right, you're welcome back. This is Aloore Radio, transmitting from Oyo State Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. My name is Oyenike Adeleke. I'm your mental health advocate. I'm that person you listen to on Monday morning to ensure that your week is on point, to ensure that you meet up with your goals and aspirations, to make sure you're productive. Once you cross your T's and dot your I's, and you ensure that your mental health is in place. So this morning we're talking about the past 6 months of the year, because as we're entering the next phase, the next 6 months is going to be amazing if only you do the right things. Your mental health is in place. Your mental health is important when it comes to your deliverables. And that's why we're addressing the past mistakes. Look at the things that slowed you down. What are the things that stopped you from achieving your goals in the last 6 months? So that we can address those issues and move forward and ensure the next 6 months is on point. So we talked about the fact that if you're not doing so well, where the problem is, can we locate it? Can we locate the problem? Once you can locate it, can you fix it? If the answer is no, let's ask for help. Help is available. Stop being proud and arrogant. Stop your ego. Drop it and go and ask that person for help. Ask that colleague, ask that mentor, ask that boss, ask that friend for help. And while you're asking for help, please ensure that you stop criticizing yourself or judging yourself. Make sure you forgive yourself, because if you don't, even when help comes, you will not be able to get the best from it because you keep messing up. All right, the last thing I would say before we round off this morning, and I promise you, if you can do these things, the next 6 months is going to be amazing. As we enter the 7th month, the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th month is going to be beautiful if only you can do this thing. All right, so the last thing I wanted to do is this: can we reanalyze and reevaluate your goals? So at some point, while you had goals, some people had New Year resolutions. Some people wrote down a lot of things they wanted to achieve in the year. And because there were delays, because you couldn't meet up with the demands, because you were slowed down, one thing or the other, you slowed yourself down, and then you abandoned your goals. So guess what I'm going to teach you this morning? Can you go back to where you wrote those things? Can you bring them out? I bet you have been able to do at least one. And even if you have not done any, can you re-strategize and then reanalyze those goals? Okay, you have 4 things you want to achieve. There's something we call the scale of preference. Looking back at the last 6 months, do you need to reshuffle your goals? Do you need to add to it or remove? Do you need to set new goals on how to achieve them? Do you need to re-strategize on how to do it? Do you need help? Do you need to collaborate with people to be able to do it well? All these things that are things I want you to attend to this new phase that you're entering into. So that's the best way to get this done. That's the best way to achieve your goals and to ensure that the next 6 months of the year are productive. So look at those things again. I bet some of you don't even know where you wrote them. And if you can, fine. If you can't, I'm sure you have a mental picture, a mental note of those things. Can you go back to them and reanalyze them? Okay, so say number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, I've been able to do this halfway. Mark yourself, and then say these are the things that are remaining. I'm not sure I'll be able to achieve this on my own. Let me ask for this person's help. Let me collaborate with this organization. Let me talk to this person. Oh, it doesn't look realistic. Can I push it to later on in the year? Just shuffle things around. If you are able to do that, there is this sense of fulfillment that will come to you, that it will do it and you'll be happy. And you'll be like, oh my God, I feel good already because I've been able to achieve these things. Right? Even though I've not done anything physically, but in my mental state, mental health, I feel like I've done a lot. If you can put these things in place and you can analyze yourself and look at how far you have come, I'm sure you'll be able to do much more. What did we do this morning? We just re-energized ourselves. We just encouraged one another so that we can pursue our goals and ensure that we achieve success. July is just starting and it's the beginning of the second half of the year, and I want to wish you an amazing half of the year. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be good and productive once you are able to do these things. My name is Oyenike Adeleke. I'm your mental health advocate. I love you so much and I'm here for you. Just make sure that your mental health is attended to. When you have issues, learn to ask for help. I'll be back again next week, Monday, with another amazing episode. Up until then, make sure that you're good, make sure that you're fine, make sure that you're on top of your game. And please do not forget this. I always say this. There's nothing wrong in asking for help. Ask for help when you need to, and let's move things on. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.